You stayed in prison for 5 years. You had not faced the courts. There was no trial. There was nothing. And this just happened like randomly. You were just going to work. I'll be coming back from work.
Coming back from work.
And they just took you and said you stole something.
It was like a dream to me because I never dreamed of going there before in my life. Sometimes I would just wake up and sit down there, me inside custody. This thing I'm saying happened just within like 5 days. They took me to station on Saturday. On Monday, they took me to Saturday. On Thursday, I was taken to the custody.
You said when you finally went to court, somebody came to testify that you did that thing. And that person, had you ever met him before?
I've never seen him before in my life. The man even swear with the Bible. That was the first day in my life we ever seen someone lying and we still be swearing with the word of God. Since that day, I didn't trust human being again. You know, all these IPO, they used to arrange fake witnesses so that any witness that they brought to the court and the judge accepted the witness, if they committed the suspect, the IPO will have a rank. It will be promoted.
I assume that they give morning, afternoon, and night food in prison.
Yes, but the food is by the grace of God, someone can survive with the food. If someone give dog the food, within a week, the dog must die.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about a topic that I think we haven't really addressed enough because, you know, there are a lot of people these days that are in prison for things they know absolutely nothing about. And some of them have not even, faced trial yet. Some of them are just there awaiting trial. No conviction, nothing. And they're there for years upon years upon years. But, because, there's no money to get them out or they don't have the right connect, they stay there for years on end until something happens. So today we have a very brave young man with us that has lived this experience and is here to talk to us about how this happened to him and everything he faced while he was in prison. And the next person you're going to hear from is him. So I'll leave him to introduce himself. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming. So please, can you tell us your name and anything you want us to know about yourself?
My name is Ibrahim Olani.
Okay.
I'm 39 years old.
Please, can you speak up?
My name is Ibrahim Olani. I'm 39 years old. I'm a student, also a computer engineer.
Okay. So, Mr. Ibrahim, my first question is, can you confirm that you've been in prison for something that you knew nothing about?
Yes.
Okay, so can you just give us like a brief story about how this happened? Just run us through it.
The incident happened to me in the year 2013 when I was coming back from my place of work. That time I was doing a little business of my own. That was my fish farm business then. That was after my ND. I was preparing for HND then when the incident happened. So that day I was coming from my fish farm. So I was standing at the bus stop about to take a keke to my house because it was fasting time. So I was so tired. I just had to take a keke so that I would get home on time before breaking my fast. So when I stopped a keke, I just entered the keke. Before I know, some town just stopped the keke and asked me to come down. I didn't answer them. Before I know, they just dragged me down out of the keke.
They stopped the keke and asked you who?
The keke was about to move. All those touts, I didn't know. Yes, okay. I didn't know any of them. So they just stopped the keke and asked me to come. I didn't answer. They just dragged me out of the keke. And they just started beating me. And I said, what happened? They said, this man, you are a thief, you are that, you are this, you are. They just started saying many allegations on me. So, and they are more than me, so nobody, they don't even allow me to make any call. Before I know, they started beating me. From there, I was taken to the police station. The police station is not far from that place. That was Meron police station. So from there, when you get to the police station, that was towards the evening time. That day was on Saturday. Yeah. So towards the evening time, when we got to the police station, all of them are just saying different bad things on me. Since I don't have anything to say, I was just looking at them. Before I know, they took me to all those maybe sergeant, I don't know their name, police at the Ganta. So they collected my phone, collected the money in my pocket. Then I was put inside cell that night. So they didn't allow me to call anybody. That was on Saturday. On Sunday, they didn't allow me to call anybody. Then on Monday, I was taken to SAS. That time, SAS was very, very hot. Anybody that came back from SAS is by grace of God, because they used to kill many innocent souls in SAS then. So, to God be the glory, when I get to SAS, they didn't do anything to me. But they threatened me that it's better I should agree that I'm an armed robber. so that they can help me and beg. I was just thinking that I'm a learned person. How can I accept what I didn't do? So they now took me to a place called theater. That theater, that's where they used to kill human being. If someone get you, someone will see traces of blood on the ground. So the IPO now was now screaming that, see, here we are now is a burial ground. If I kill you, nothing will happen. Well, since I don't do anything, so I'm not scared of that. So he now asked me to, take biro and pen. Write. I started writing how the thing happened. After finishing writing, I signed. Then the IPO also signed. One man was still telling me that, see, you better agree that you do this thing so that we go help you beg. I did not even answer him. So that was on Monday in SARS. So after that, on Thursday, that Thursday was on the 25th of July 2013. Then from there, early in the morning, they gave me back my phone. The money they saw in my pocket, they've shared the money by present, so I couldn't do anything. So when the IPO gave me back my phone, I just asked him, can I call? He said, you can call. I just called my daddy. Before my daddy could get to court, they've adjourned my case to be remanded in the custody. So that was July 25, 2013. Then.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Then from there, when I get to the custody, all my family, they are running up and down just to get me out. Since we don't know anybody, we don't have connection with anybody. So my daddy even fell victim of all those fake lawyers, all those charge and bail fake lawyers. So they just collected the money. They did nothing. So like after a year plus, they now call my case for Ikeja.
After a year?
A year plus.
So this period you had been in prison for a whole year. No, you had not faced the court, nothing?
Nothing. The court they took me to before going to custody was a low court. That was Court 8, Ikeja Magistrate Court. So after spending like a year plus in the custody, then my case was called to answer in Ikeja High Court. So when I started going to court, going, coming. So I went to court for like 3 years, making it like 5 years plus before I was discharged and acquitted.
So this whole thing, you stayed in prison for 5 years. You had not faced the court. There was no trial. There was nothing. And this just happened like randomly. You were just going to work. I'll be coming back from work.
Coming back from work.
And they just took you and said, oh, you stole something. The whole period, did your family not try to like get a lawyer or something to just like make sure that, okay, let's go to court, like let's even fight this case? What was your family?
This thing I'm saying happened just within like 5 days. They took me to station on Saturday. On Monday they took me to Saturday. On Thursday I was taken to the custody. That's all. It's not even up to a week. So they didn't allow me to have access to any of my family. That's why.
And you had mentioned before, you said when you finally went to court, somebody came to testify in court that you did that thing.
Yes.
And that person, had you ever met him before?
I've never seen him before in my life. You know, all these IPO, they used to arrange fake witnesses so that any witness that they brought to the court and the witness and the judge accepted the witness, if they committed the suspect, the IPO will have a rank. It will be promoted to another level. So that's what they used to do.
So you're saying for them to promote an IPO, they have to convict
They have to win. Anytime they win a case.
So they will just try to get any witness. So somebody came there. But usually when we watch movies and all of these things, like when witnesses want to speak, they give them Bible or Quran or something to swear. Did this happen?
Yeah, the man even swear with Bible. That was the first day in my life we ever seen someone lying and we still be swearing with the word of God. Since that day, I didn't trust human being again. Even if someone tell me, I take God beg, I don't have this thing because of God, I will not answer because I know that thing the man did that day. If I remember, I don't trust human being again.
Okay, so after this witness came to swear that, they saw you do this thing, blah, 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 then what was the conclusion?
Anything about court is a process. So the day the man came to talk all his rubbish, the thing now formed like an argument between my lawyer and the witness. So after the witness said all this rubbish, my lawyer has just something now. My lawyer now started asking him the question. So the man was now trying to be angry. The judge was not telling him, see, Mr. Man, don't get angry. Just answer what the lawyer is asking you. The man was just saying, before we know, the man was just, he was even ashamed of himself. Before we know, we don't even know how the man disappeared inside the court. Because the question on him was much from the lawyer. And judge was there. So when he was asking him, Mr. Man, okay, this person came to your house. How do you know he was when he said, I'm the person, I have bone leg, I have this, I have rashes on my face. The judge was not saying, how can you, okay, inside like 1,000 person, how can you know a single person that has bone leg that came to you? That is not possible now. It means you are lying. The man said, I'm not lying. He just started talking all rubbish in court. Before we know, the judge did not accept the witness from the IPO. That's why.
Okay, so eventually they let you go after 5 years. Was there any compensation given to you?
Nothing.
Like, oh, okay, sorry for everything you went through. Nothing like that.
Nothing. Government don't compensate someone now in Nigeria. Nothing.
I'm so sorry you had to go through this. I can only imagine how horrible it is. I've never been to prison, but I've watched a lot of videos about, what happens in prison and all of that. Can you give us like just a glimpse into what prison life is like? How do you people eat? Is there food? Is there what happens there? What's the day-to-day routine like in prison?
Living in prison is not a good place to be. But for all these arrogant people, it's good for them to go, but they shouldn't stay long. Because if they stay long, they will be more corrupt. That's the problem. Because when someone gets to the prison, you see different type of people. You see the holy people, you see the bad gang, you see the people that all those educationists. Because in prison now, they have education department, they have vocational department. Someone like to go, someone can go. In the vocational, they have shoemaking, they have tailoring, they have barbing. So early in the morning, they will come and open the door. Anybody that want to go for workshop, they will open the place. Anybody that want to go to school. So from there now, they have primary school, secondary school, and institution.
In prison?
Institution. Really? The institution there is now this National Open University. So, and it's free. They will not have someone to pay more. Even though some people used to write jam themselves. Anybody that is serious, they will write jam and they will write their normal GCE. So they will write jam, they will write GCE. So anytime their result is okay, they will further their education. So for someone that is serious, if someone goes to the prison, life still continue.
So it's not, the way you are describing it is almost like as if prison life is not that bad. Is that what you would say about prison?
It's not bad according to the way someone is living outside before someone get there. Because there we have some drug addicts. There are drug addicts because smoking cigarettes in custody is legal.
It's allowed. They even give you people cigarettes?
No, they sell cigarettes at the welfare to print so that it can cool some people memory down. But me, I don't smoke and I don't drink, so that's what I heard about it. That anybody that has smoked cigarettes, so sometimes if someone reason too much, someone mental can change.
So some of them need it.
Yes, now some of them, yes, to cool them.
Okay, but we hear about a lot of like gang-related activities that happen in prison. The way they say, there's this gang against this gang, and then there's fighting, and then there's like stabbing, and all of these things. Are these things? Did you ever experience anything like that in prison?
I experienced one riot. That was 2014. Someone wanted to escape. Some people too tried to escape now.
They tried to escape from prison?
Yes.
In Nigeria?
In Lagos, they do try to escape.
Were they successful?
No. Some are successful, while some are not successful. So sometimes all those armed squad, all the people that get the prison, they call them armed squad. So all those armed squad, some of them will, maybe in the night, they must have sleep off. Before they blow the whistle that someone is missing, the person might have gone. Why some are not successful, why some are successful. But it's very rare for someone to be successful because the security there are much. Security there are much. So
everybody in prison, I'm sure they have like female prison and male prison. We hear a lot about like homosexual activities that happen in prison. What's this life like in prison? Because I can imagine someone that had a, healthy, active sexual life before going to prison. How do they take care of their sexual urges? while they're in prison?
According to my own experience there, then some people used to commit sodomy, but anybody that will be
Sodomy,
caught in
what's that?
Man and man sexual act, they call it sodomy. So anybody that is caught in that act, they will punish. Because in the custody they have punishment cell. Anybody there are offenses that if someone will be taken to a punishment cell to go and be dealt with very well with some people, with some order. That's how they do it.
So people that don't commit sodomy, how do they take care of themselves then sexually?
Anybody that is well behaved, nothing will happen to the person. But anybody that proves stubborn, something must happen to the person. Anybody that commits sodomy will be taken to punishment cell to go and face some punishment.
So based on your own story now, you were there for 5 years without even facing court, going to trial or whatever. I'm sure that there are a lot of people that are also there that have never actually been through the process of even reviewing their case. Did you ever meet anybody like that? Are there cases like that in prison?
I met many of them. That they will just the problem is that some people are homeless. So someone that is homeless, how would they know they take him to the custody? They will not know now. Someone that doesn't have family to call, that see where they take me to. Nobody to call. Some people have even turned it to their family house. Because if they bail some people today, in 1 month's time, you see them back. Because some of them don't commit any crime again, but they still went back to the same street they are staying. And that street, anything that happened, they must mention their name. So police will just still go and carry them again and bring them back to prison.
Are there people that enjoy being there? Because I can imagine if somebody is on the streets and they don't have food, they don't have family, they don't have anything, they probably just go to prison where, they are being catered for, like they give them food. I assume that they give morning, afternoon, and night food in prison, right?
Yes, but the food is by the grace of God, someone can survive with the food.
Why do you say that?
The food, if someone give dog the food, within a week, the dog must die. But someone is just surviving with the grace of God. Like, for example, now, from Monday to Sunday, on Monday, Monday to Sunday, every breakfast is beans. And that beans, though sometimes it's well cooked, while sometimes it's not well cooked. So it depends on the people in the kitchen. So Monday, on every breakfast is beans. But on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, afternoon is rice. Sometimes they do share fish. So that's the only food. But that food is not going area. But in the evening, that evening is gari.
Every evening?
Every evening is gari.
So it's just breakfast.
That gari is 1 cup of gari. That small milk cup.
To drink or to eat with eba?
Anyhow someone wants to do it. No, all this thing is not open to some top official now. They just be lying that we are giving them good food, and it's a lie. It's a lie. How can you give someone a cup of gari and you want the person to still go outside and the person will not commit crime again? Because if someone is thinking I'm giving one cup of gari, this thing is not okay for me now. So I would like cup outside. That's why some people, if you give them the food, nothing will happen. Even though you don't give them, nothing will happen, because if someone has his money, he will enjoy custody. Oh,
really? So if you have money and you're living in, how do you enjoy it? There is commissary to buy things from?
Yes, at the welfare, they used to sell many things. Any provision, they sell it at the welfare.
So how do people get money? The family members bring money to them?
Someone can go to the welfare and make call. They will now bring money to the welfare to keep it there. So anytime someone needs it, someone can go there and collect it. Then use it for anything someone wants to buy. For example, like washing of clothes now, they don't give washing soap. They don't give bathing soap. It's someone that needs to find it by himself.
And what's the sleeping situation arrangements like in prison?
The sleeping situation is worst too. It's very worst.
Like how many people are in one cell?
When I was there, I can describe it with this our former ceiling. That ceiling, this normal ceiling that they put inside the house, that's 6 by 5.5. I don't know the dimension of the room, but if you count 6 ceiling, then 5.5. That time, the total people sleeping in that room was 90. 90 people inside one room. 90 people inside one room.
Are there beds to sleep on, or everybody just sleeps on the floor?
Some people will be on the bed while some people sleep on the ground.
That's so sad. How would you say that this experience affected you? Because I can only imagine like what it is like to deal with that, knowing that you did not do anything wrong, knowing that, did you ever try to talk to anybody? Maybe, there's certain days where you have people visit prison. Maybe they'll bring one top man somewhere to. Did anybody try to talk to anybody, say, see, I haven't done this thing? Or did you try to talk to any of the guards? Or you just gave up at some point? Like, you know what, at this point.
What happened is that the guard will never listen to anybody because they know anybody that they brought to the custody is a bad person. That's their own belief. And that's not true. For example, now, there is somebody that used to come to the custody just to ask that, what do you do? That body, they call it Anchor Heritage. Though mainly they are for Christians. They do come to church because there we have Pentecostal and we have Catholic. Oh, okay. So they do come for Pentecostal church. So anybody that goes to church, we have the access to meet them. Though they do come to mosques, but mosques own is very few. They don't usually come like that of church. So they used to, anybody that wants to see them, they will call them, they will interview, so even though some people, they used to pay for their case of some email, they will pay for their case, they will bail them. But what makes them sad is that someone you bail today, the next one you wait that he has went to commit another crime. So they will be tired now. That's why most of them don't do it again. They prefer to bring food. So because sometimes they do bring food to the custody just to share for everybody there. So that everybody, because they know the food we are eating there then is not good for human being consumption. So
speaking about bail, this whole 5 years while you were there, why didn't any family member try to bail you at least before they bring up your case in court?
It depends on the level of the case. Sometimes in custody we have different kind of case. You can't compare someone that's maybe a case of two fighting with someone that owes someone money. According to my own case now, all the allegations they wrote against me, they said I'm an armed robber. They caught me with gun, cutlass, and they didn't see anything from my hand. So all those kind of that one they call it capital offense. That before they can give someone a bail on capital offense, it's very, even though they will give someone bail, the level of bail will be very, very high. They can say you should go and look for a pilot or a sailor. Where will someone see that someone to come and stand for someone? It's not possible now. So the condition of the bail will always be high, even though they will give someone bail for anything capital offense.
Okay, so you mentioned that while you were writing your statement, there was somebody that kept on saying, just say that you've done it, just say that you've done it. So what's the implication of admitting to a crime that you didn't do? And why do they say that? So they can present that in court? So that they win the case and they will have promotion. That's what they are doing. Any statement someone wrote and you agree that if judge just went through the case, judge will just say, okay, this person has assessment that he did the offense. So okay, there's something for the judge to find out again. The person will be convicted, and the IPOs they will have another rank. That's how they do. But during the process when they are telling you to admit to it, they make it seem like, admit to it so that we can stop punishing you, so that you can go scot-free. They
didn't punish me in SARS. But they only scare me with their wars. They took me to where they used to kill people, where they used to kill human beings. They took me there. That's where I wrote my statement. They called that place theater. Then that time SARS was very, very hot. That Ikeja SARS, very hot then. Anybody that went to SARS, it's grace of God, the person will come out. By just grace of God. So what they are telling me, I can't accept what I didn't do. That's even though they kill me, I can't accept it. So the man was just telling me I didn't accept it.
Did you ever see the policeman that arrested you eventually, like after you were free? Did you ever meet him again, maybe while you were in prison at any point?
No. The man, even though when the case was going on in the court, the judge invited him, but he refused to come. Because later they knew everything he wrote about me was a lie. So he refused to come. It's only the witness that came. So because the IPO refused to come, so the judge will never accept what the witness talked about me.
Can you ever forgive this man? If you were, would you say in your heart that, because 5 years of your life is a long time for anybody. I don't think that many people cannot survive 1 week in prison. 5 years
some,
is a...
Some people used to die. Some people used to die there. Many people used to die.
Dying from the treatment or in prison or from just age?
Stress. No, not age, stress. No, some people can't cope with the condition. Okay, is it about the water we take, or it's grace of God? Someone can survive without custody. Grace of God. Because even though someone go to the hospital, the drug they will give you, if the drug is not okay for someone, nobody to complain to now. It's only grace of God. Someone can survive in the custody.
So what happens if somebody dies in prison? Do they bury the person? Do they give their body to the family member, or
they will never give the body to the family member unless the person is a convicted member and the day the person will spend is almost gone. They can release body. But if it's an awaiting trial, they will never release the person body to the family. They will still go and bury it in their own. Maybe they have cemetery in the custody. I don't know. But they will never release the corpse to the family. Because I witnessed one of our members then. That guy died. Even the family came. They did not release the corpse. They didn't release it. Because the person is still on awaiting trial.
That's so sad. So I asked before, do you think that you could ever forgive this man? Or would you say that you've already forgiven him? Because that must be tough to forgive. If you've forgiven him, you must be a very, very, I don't know, kind-hearted
There's nothing
person.
I can do. I just leave everything to God. Because sometimes if I sit down, sometimes it just like, maybe it's like just a movie. Sometimes if I just sit down and think about it, how the thing happened, how sometimes even though I'm walking sometimes on the streets, I'll just look and say, so I can even walk freely again. I'll just be thanking God, because if I remember, or because in the custody, they will open everybody around maybe 7 o'clock. Then they will lock everybody around 6 p.m. That's the following day before someone can come again. Is it the sitting I want to talk about, or the standing up, or the way someone will be, both the toilet and the bedroom will be smelling and nowhere to go. Everybody will still be there doing everything. So in the time of forgiveness, there's nothing I can do now. It has happened. And I can't retaliate. I just leave the man for God now, because I know very soon Kama will catch him. I know that one is sure, because what goes around comes around. That's like even though he turned to a pastor, Kama will still meet him. That's what I know.
So we've heard what Mr. Olani has said, but we have to go on a quick break, and we will be back shortly. We're still seated with Mr. Olani, and he's still talking us through his experience in prison. So, Mr. Olani, you were in prison for 5 years for a crime that you did not commit. You were picked up randomly on the street one day and just asked to confess to a crime that you didn't commit, and you stayed there for 5 years without going to court. First of all, I want to understand, when they initially sent you to prison, what was your first reaction? How did you feel, knowing that, 5 days ago I was just living a regular life, living my life, going to work, and now this is my reality? What was that like for you?
The first day in the custody, it was like a dream to me, because I never dreamed of going there before in my life. Because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't even have a bad friend. The area I'm even staying in is not a bad area. So no ghetto, nothing. So it's just like a dream. Sometimes I would just wake up and sit down there, me, inside custody. I used to imagine it at times. So I've never dreamed of it before, that I will ever be in that. Because I've never been to police station before in my life. Until that very day. From police station to SARS, then from SARS to custody.
And that was it?
That was it.
For 5 years?
Yes. 5 years plus, not 5 years. 5 years, plus. Almost 5 years and 4 months. 5 years and 4 months.
You mentioned something when you were speaking. You said, most of the time, these IPOs, they get, fake people to come and just, what do they call them? Witnesses, to just come and say, oh, yes, I saw this person do this thing. I saw this person commit this crime, so that that person can be convicted, so that they can get a promotion. How do you know? How valid is this? Because this is a very huge allegation. How do you know that this is what happens? How do you know that the IPOs are the ones that actually go ahead to get fake witnesses? Or is this just speculation?
No, not speculation. I heard it from one lawyer. Because if a lawyer win a case, I'm talking about government lawyer, not private lawyer. If a government lawyer win a case, the lawyer will have a promotion. So that's when they release someone, and the lawyer is the person standing for someone. So he will have a promotion. Even though when someone is convicted, and the IPO, let's say that if someone is convicted, that means the IPO has won the case already.
Okay, so if the person wins the case, the lawyer gets promoted. If the person gets convicted, the IPO gets promoted.
Yes.
Okay. Getting into prison, what's the initiation process like? Because we've heard a lot of stories about, when people go into prison, there is this thing where they beat them to initiate them into the system. Is that true?
It's true. Because the first day someone will get to the first day they took us to the custody, there's a place called welcome cell. That welcome cell, they will put everybody in that cell. So that's the place someone will sleep that night. Then the second day they will share someone into different cells. It depends on the offenses. Because there they have let's say 2 departments. Though it's more than 2, but the common one is 2 departments. They have stealing department, and they have armed robbery department. So that stealing department is all those people that are maybe too fighting, all those someone that borrowed money that refused to pay money, all those someone that is owing all those very very offense. But all those armed robbery departments is all those ones that are doing all those kidnapping, armed robber, all those Curtis stuff. And
so that's where they put you in.
Yes.
So they beat you first and cut your hair. What's the initiation process like?
The first day they will beat someone. For example, they will say, okay, now that that someone is in custody, if they beat someone, they will beat someone so that someone can. There's a thing we call plan well. They will have someone. They will just call. See, do you want to plan well, or you want to face the normal work? If someone say, hey, I don't have anybody to call to plan well, that plan well means you just give them certain amount so that they will not be disturbing someone for. Because they used to have some house choir that someone will be doing, like all this fetching of water. Someone will fetch water for the whole cell for 9 people. One person will fetch the water. There's washing of plate. There's fetching of water. There is sweeping of ground, and there's what we call all this general sanitation. That when the soccer away is full, then there are some people that will go and carry buckets, and someone will be carrying. So just someone
initiate you into the prison life.
So if they explain all those things for someone said will be scared. I don't want to go through all this process. It's better for me to plan well. If someone say, okay, I will plan well, they will not touch someone. They will just put someone aside. But someone that has come before that will know, me, I cannot plan well, they will beat the person. They will beat the person very well.
We hear a lot about popular big name people when they go to prison. Do they stay in the same prison cell as you guys, or is there a VIP prison segment, section for popular rich people?
They are VIP. And they are general set. That general set, the population there are very much. That's where someone will see 90 people inside a single room. But the VIP, highest is 2. Highest is 2 persons in a room. Or 1. It depends on someone's pocket now.
So how do you get the VIP? If you have money, you can get.
If someone have money, yes.
What's the cost of getting VIP segments in prison?
I don't know, because me, I don't go for VIP. I don't know, but I know there's VIP. I don't know the cost, but they are VIPs.
So these VIPs don't go through this. So they give them a different type of food. They give them different.
They give them the same food. They give them the same food, but is someone's choice if you want to eat or not. Because someone that has money will not even bother about the custody food now. So
where will they get their food from?
They used to sell them food someone can buy food at the welfare. Someone can buy food at the welfare. Anything that someone wants to buy, someone will get it at the welfare. So that's how they do it.
Okay, so I was going to ask about, of course, I'm sure visitations are allowed,
Yes.
in prison. So for people that have girlfriends, like you now, if you had a girlfriend before going to prison, is she allowed to come and visit you? And things like conjugal visits, are they allowed in prison?
They allow someone to come and visit someone. But the highest thing they can do, they used to give time. for normal, no, there's VIP. For normal visitation, they give time. When it's almost time, they will say, hey, oh yeah, come and be going. You can only sit down and be talking to each other. But all those conjugal visits, me, I'm not familiar with that, but there is. I'm not familiar with that one.
Are people allowed to sleep over, like their girlfriend? Are they allowed to sleep over and say, okay, the man has needs, his needs to be met, like he has sexual needs. Is his girlfriend, if he has enough money to, pay for like an overnight visit, is that allowed?
No, that's not allowed.
So even if they want to do conjugal visit, it has to be, you have 1 hour to do whatever you want to do and go.
No, the highest thing they can do for the conjugal visits, maybe they can just put them in one corner. It's only talking me, I know they used to talk, but apart from that thing, me, I don't have the experience of that one.
You don't know about that?
Yes.
So if you were seeing this man that put you in jail, or this witness that came to testify against you, if you could see him one last time, what would you say to him?
There's nothing I can do now.
You don't have anything to say. You're not angry. You're not upset.
I'm not angry because there I learned many things. I learned many things when I was in the custody. So everything happened for a reason. That's my own belief. What if I'm out and I'm dead? So what will happen now?
Right.
So everything happened for a reason.
How was it? How did it feel, integrating back into society? Did you find it difficult to get a job? Did you find it difficult to what's that process like, coming back to regaining your freedom? What's it like?
Concerning that regaining of freedom, to me now, I don't even like relating to people again. Because I don't trust human being like that again because of the experience I had. Though for the working aspects, me, I'm self-employed, so I don't really look for work when I came out. Because I do follow my brother to work. My brother that is a surveyor, I do follow him to site. Sometimes I do follow my daddy also. My daddy is also a surveyor, I do follow him to site. So, and if I have someone that I want to help and repair computer, that I can help the person to repair it. Though all those ones, they are recommendation now. Someone that say, I have someone that can do this,
right.
So you can call him more. That's where I get the recommendation from.
Thank you so much for this. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. Well, you seem like you've moved past it already. You don't.
I've moved past it. I don't think about it again.
That's good.
But what happened is that my advice to some people that are still outside now, there's something. Not all people in the custody that committed a crime. Some people, they bought a stolen phone and they don't know. Some people bought a stolen car. Some people, it's a nice SIM card that took them to the prison. Someone that will just see SIM card on the floor, they'll just carry it and put it inside and start using. What if the person that owns the SIM card, they kill the person and they now track the SIM card, they now met it in someone? The police will not listen that someone is innocent now. That's what got some people into the custody, not that they committed anything. With the buying of stolen phones, some stolen phone, or especially all these big iPhone, someone that they stole, maybe they killed the person or not. The person, some people, they have money to track the phone. When they track the phone, anybody they made the phone in the person's hand, the person will get arrested. They don't want to know maybe he buy it or not. Nothing concern the police that I buy it or no. The same thing with stolen car self. So anything someone wants to buy, is that anyone your money reach, someone should be buying, not someone should be buying something that it can't afford.
Thank you so much for coming and thank you for sharing this. Are you worried about any consequence that can come out of this? Because somebody can watch it and say, oh no, this is not how the prison system is. The allegation against the IPO is not true. Are you worried about the consequences that might come out of this interview?
I'm not worried about it now. At least I'm speaking the truth now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have come to the end of this episode. So I hope that God guides and protects each and every one of us. It's almost not safe, to just walk around these days because his only crime was just going back home from work. And this happened to him. So this could have happened to anybody. So I pray that God guides and protects each and every one of us. And, there are a lot of people in prison right now that have not even been tried in court and they've been in prison for years on ending. Some people have even lost hope. Some people are just waiting to die at this point. And I hope that none of us ever find ourselves in this situation, because it must be a really, really tough situation to find yourself in. So God help us. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. So see you same time next week. Bye.